news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, check it out, right? The headlines got it all screwed up. Lil Tjay didn't get arrested for shooting Offset. Stop letting the headlines play you. Please stop letting the headlines play you. Bottom line is, let's right to the history of this. Right? Offset borrowed a little money from TJ, got fly with TJ, told TJ, yo, get that in blood, So now that's out on the internet. That's how powerful the internet is. Lil TJ heard get that in blood, and then next time he sees him at the casino, they allegedly get into a scuffle, and then Offset winds up getting shot. And then now everyone is saying that Lil TJ did it because TJ was there, and then the news is already saying that they was fighting, so everybody putting their own speculation together what's going on, but TJ wasn't charged with anything yet. But don't forget, they do something called an investigation. So they're investigating this. That's why I always say to let it play out. Don't interrupt. Let the process play out. So now we're going to find out if Offset did get shot by TJ. Man, let's start the party, man. All right.
Cheers, cheers, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention with the stupid.
All right. I just wanted you to enjoy that for a minute. That's the outro. Rest in peace to my man Dot from down in Ohio. That's who made that. And his birthday's coming up, so I wanted to play that. But we're going to get right into the news. This was going on with this, all right?
Update on the shooting involving Offset. We know that Offset was injured in the shooting, and now police have announced the name of the rapper arrested. So rapper Lil Tjay was arrested, and former Migos member Offset was hospitalized yesterday following a fight and reported shooting outside a South Florida casino. So rapper Lil Tjay, whose real name is Tion Jaden Merritt, was booked into the Broward County Jail following an incident at the Seminole Hard Rock Hollywood. So Merritt is charged with disorderly conduct, and he's facing several other charges. The incident began around 7 p.m. last night in a valet area of the casino. Police report that a fight broke out, and that led to the injury of Offset. And so while TMZ reports that Offset was shot, a spokesperson told the outlet that the rapper is doing fine and expected to recover here. And while officials confirm that Offset was taken to Memorial Regional Hospital for a non-life-threatening injury, the exact nature of the injury has not been detailed by police. It's also unclear what sparked the initial fight in the valet area, and police again detained one other person at the scene alongside Merritt, but that individual has not yet been charged. Investigators are still working to identify other people possibly involved in this incident. A little bit of the backstory here and Offset's ties to the Atlanta area. Before finding his solo success, he helped turn the trio Migos into global stars from their home base in Gwinnett County. He was raised just minutes northeast of Atlanta alongside his cousin Takeoff and his uncle Quavo. The group changed hip hop with hits like Versace and 2 #1 albums. And this latest incident comes more than 3 years after his cousin Takeoff was shot and killed at a bowling alley in Houston in November of 2022. But again, 2 people detained in the shooting for Offset. Rapper Lil Tjay was one of those people, and he's facing a few charges here. We'll continue to update you on this incident as we learn more. Offset is expected to recover from this shooting.
All right, so that's what I want you to
Lil
see so that you understand, right? You see how they run with it and twist it up? And that's why I'm here to let you know that Lil Tjay didn't get arrested for shooting Offset. Stop letting the headlines play you, man. Hold up, right? Let's clean this mess up right now. Because the internet moving like Lil Tjay got arrested for shooting Offset. And from everything publicly reported so far, that's not what happened. He was arrested for 2 minor charges, blah, blah, blah. You already know. And what actually happened on Monday, April 6, 2026, there was a fight outside the Seminar Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. During the incident, Offset was hurt and taken to the hospital. Reports say the injury was non-life-threatening and that, he was later, described as unstable. What Lil Tjay was actually charged with was arrested. Lil Tjay was arrested, but the reporting says that the charge was disorderly conduct, affray, misdemeanor, non-attempt murder, non-aggravated battery with a firearm, and not a shooting charge as well, right? So all that is crap. All right? So he ain't have no attempt murder, he ain't have no firearm, and he ain't had no shooting charge. So let's get that straight. But the bottom line is, when you tell somebody to get it in blood, you tell them basically that, it is what it is. So now whatever happens after that just happens, and there's nothing that you can say about that, period, just so you understand. And that's what's crazy about it, is that people is getting it twisted because the headlines are kind of like slippery, They say stuff like arrested in connection with the shooting, and regular people hear that as, oh, he got locked up for pulling the trigger, That is not the same statement at all. It just sounds the same in our twisted little minds, right? The lawyer responds. Lil Tjay's attorney, Dawn Florio, pushed back hard. She said he was not charged with any shooting. She also said reporting that says otherwise was false. This is the bigger message, right? This is why I keep telling people, don't let the headlines, think for you. Because one lazy headline can stain a man before the facts even breathe. And once the internet puts that jacket on you, people wear that, lie like it's the truth. And that's the sad part, right? But I don't understand how these young people use words like get it in blood. That's serious. When they say that during my time, that's serious. It's like, you got a death wish, or if whatever is whatever. But the way it's looking to me from the outside looking in, is like these rappers just trying to tap into their mind. They made it to the status of those fancy cars behind them, and the big mansions, and the beautiful women, and the beautiful babies, and the beautiful families, and they situated in life. They good. So therefore, they think everyone else they dealing with is on their mind frame that they got too much to lose. But then you got those that feel like their pride and their ego is too much to lose. They feel like that key word that I'm going to start using a lot so y'all understand, called principle. They feel like it's the principle of the thing. Because you ask TJ, yo, why are you doing all this? Well, allegedly doing all this for in the first place. He gonna say, man, I ain't tripping on that. It's only but 10 grand, but it's the principle of the thing. That's the way we use it in New York. You know what I mean? When it's something stupid that we're doing something for, we say, man, it's the principle of the thing. Anything stupid is the principle of the thing, just so you understand. But that's what's going on with Lil Tjay and them, man. They going at it back and forth, and y'all need to calm it down before somebody get hurt. And we're going to pray for a speedy recovery for, Offset. And I saw Cardi B said something about somebody stole her credit card. And that's what she's worried about. So Cardi B's biggest worry right now, from what the social media is saying, is someone took her credit card. Did anyone see Cardi B went up online yet and started going on live? Just doing anything to see where her mindset is at. That's what we need to know. But, been on here long enough, man. Like I said, dude told him get it in blood. He wound up wet up. Now everybody's looking like that was him that wet him up because he said get it in blood. And when you tell somebody getting in blood, you telling somebody basically, bring it. So if Takeoff felt like TJ was a coward, I just want to let y'all know that a coward could pull a trigger too. A coward can pull a trigger too. So don't push a coward, because if you push him, you don't know what you're going to get. And the reaction might not be what you expected or was prepared for. And that's where that's at. And they had cameras there, all that. Believe me, they're investigating the situation, so we're going to know what happens in a minute with all that. So they definitely investigating it, But Offset, man, let's pray for the brother to have a speedy recovery. He didn't deserve that. He was just out trying to gamble and have fun, man. All right, let's get this thing popping.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio.